Hey, good morning and welcome to DaGolfShopTV. I'm Jeff Harrison, my partner.
I'm Amy Anderson.
Amy,
you're wearing a long sleeve shirt.
I am. You know what? I actually had a little jacket on this morning. It was a little cool in the desert, which I am not complaining. I see a little cloud out in the eastern sky. We're supposed to have a chance of rain today and tomorrow, and only 82 degrees. And now that's not an overnight low, folks. 2 weeks ago, that was about as cool as it was getting overnight. Now, this morning, it was what? It was in the 50s at your place?
It was. I had to put a sweatshirt on the patio.
That's wild. I love it. So that's why I'm smiling. That's why I have a long sleeve shirt on. I'm excited about that. But, you know, a lot has been going on, Amy. Why don't you bring us up to speed?
Well, you know, this is funny. It's called the Turkish Airlines World Championship going on right now. I didn't even know about it till yesterday.
Yeah, and Tiger's there.
Yeah,
was there.
Yeah, 8 of the greatest players in the world right now are playing in it. It's a match play format. It's on score, but it's who wins score-wise during the match.
It's not a match play. It's a stroke play competition, but only within that match.
Correct.
Oh, cool. I like that.
Correct. And you play. It's like you play everyone within the field. And going into this morning, Tiger had lost one match. Justin Rose had won every single match. Rory McIlroy had lost every match. So we got into the semifinals today, and it was, let me just double check
So now, is it a single elimination, double elimination, or do you have to play everyone, and whoever had the fewest losses?
Everyone. So it's kind of like how they do soccer.
I love it.
Anyway,
yeah,
so
that didn't help me because I don't know how they do soccer.
Going into the semifinals, Westwood was playing against Carl Schwartzel, and Westwood beat him handily. Westwood actually shot a 61. I think he had 3 eagles.
I still think, you know, he's maybe one of the best ball strikers in the world, on the planet. You know, 61. I don't think that's abnormal for him.
Yeah, and then who stood out to you at the Ryder Cup? What one person that you're like, man, he's good? Besides Tiger.
Well, I think Ian Poulter stood out. Justin Rose stood out.
Justin Rose, he's in the semis. He beat Tiger in a real tight match. He shot 69. Tiger shot 70.
Wow.
So Rose will play Westwood in the finals.
So even though he beat Tiger just by 1, he won.
He did.
That's how golf is, folks. You only have to win by 1, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
So he's undefeated. So that's going on right now, and I think that's kind of exciting. The other thing going on right now is the PGA Tour is still rocking and rolling. And these guys are fighting to get onto the tour next week. Yeah.
Now, who won last week? They were at the Justin Timberlake Las Vegas thing, or was it Nevada?
I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah,
the beard.
Oh yeah, Ryan Moore. Yeah, Ryan Moore. Welcome back, Ryan Moore.
Yeah.
Because he's come back from some injuries, and what was it? It wasn't an injury. What was it? It was when you lose your vertigo. I think it was a long period of vertigo, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry, I was a little off balance on that answer. Anyway.
Actually, Duval had the same problem and never came back, really. So it's nice to see Ryan Moore really come back from that.
You know, there's some other things that happened in that tournament that just made me pull my hair out. Amy, what was that? Let's get the frying pan out. Come on, somebody's got to go in the pan.
John Daly, he goes super low on Friday, and then Saturday shoots like 86, Sunday 77. Now this is at a course that everyone that made the cut was under par through the entire weekend. How does someone of his caliber, I mean, that was just pathetic to watch. And you look at it at one hole, I mean, quadruple bogey. He's in a Arroyo, hitting 3 shots trying to get out. And he says, oh, his comment was, I had a case of the lefts. My question is, go right.
Well, you know, we talk about this all the time, Amy. It's like, you know, we have these golfers out there, very, very high-level golfers, and sometimes they do the same thing over and over again expecting different results. And Einstein called that, you know, his definition of an insanity. What has to happen is something has to change. And really it's cause and effect, Amy. If you're hitting it left, there's a cause. Go back to that. And what causes it to happen, but more importantly, what caused you to hit it in the direction you want to hit it, and go back to that. And those are just simple laws of physics, you know? It shouldn't be that tough. And and I know John, I'm sure somebody out there is working with John. Whoever's coaching John should be educating on that so he can be independent of that instruction, not dependent on that. It says, well, you know what? It's just happened. I got to ride this wave out. Instead of saying, wait a minute, I know what happened. Let me take a few practice swings every time and reinforce the right move, and let's move on.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It's not that hard.
Well, I guess I pride ourselves in that. I think even our little kids that we teach, kind of can correct those things. Hopefully they
it.
can. I mean, you sit there, you work with my nephew all the time. He can tell me, well, I need to start turning that tummy just a little faster.
Yeah.
It's like, I like that. But
Yeah,
John,
exactly.
what scary.
Yeah, I
Anyways.
really thought that was going to be, you know, when I saw Thursday and Friday, and I'm with John on his Facebook page, you know, I gave him a little comment, positive thing, and then when I saw that, I'm like, I looked on Saturday, I'm like, keep going down, I'm like, dead last. I'm like, what in the world happened? So John, come on. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, the good thing, I want to say something positive about that, is the fact that he did not walk away.
Right, he didn't erupt.
He did finish his rounds. As bad as it was, he finished his round. So congratulations on that. And at the same time, it's like, you know what? You should know why things happen, John. You've been swinging the club for so long. Know your swing.
Yep.
Know thy swing.
You know, 4 years till he's on the senior tour, and I hope he figures it all out, because I think he could just knock him dead on the senior tour, or the Champions Tour.
Absolutely. It's okay to call it senior. I think of it senior tour.
Me too.
But yeah.
Anyways, well, we have some great questions today.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We've got some questions. What are they, Amy?
Well, let's see. The first one is...
That wasn't the first question. What are they, Amy? Okay.
The first is from Alex from Benton Harbor, Michigan.
Oh, cool.
And he has a group of friends that they're bringing out to the desert this winter for a golf outing.
Okay.
And he wants to know, you know, what courses do we like to play public-wise?
You know, I like, gosh, you know, I think Desert Willow. Desert Willow, you know, has two courses there. A mountain, and I think the other one is Firecliff. Yep, and they're usually in very good shape. The greens tend to be a little bit slower than I would say what we're used to, because it is a public golf course. So I would say Desert Willow.
And I'd say PGA West, the stadium course, because to me that's like an e-ride at Disneyland. I mean, it's just too much fun. I mean, you bring friends out from Michigan, heck.
That's definitely one of those, you know, that leaves a mark if you go to. I don't care what kind of player you are. You know, we've played there, and I've played there many times. Used to be the director of golf sales and marketing there, and it's a tough track.
Yeah.
Tough track.
And that Nicholas Tournament course is probably my favorite public course in the desert. So
fantastic. So.
I would say those two.
Okay, good.
Cool. And then we had a question. Actually, this one's kind of cool. Roy from Costa Mesa.
Just over the hill.
Yeah. As a golfer about to turn 70, what exercises can I do to gain distance off the tee?
You know, Roy, probably the best one is to pray. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. You know, as we get older, especially this is true in men, Amy, and we can't talk about weightlifting and fitness, but we talk about stretching all we want. And one of the things we as men start to do is we start losing flexibility.
Okay.
And just like a shoe is a shoe, all sizes are different. And so, you know, if you took it, may I borrow a piece of paper for just a second? If you took this piece of paper as it is, and you were trying to store water in it, it would just run off the edges, right?
Correct.
But if it were the same paper, but it was formed in a cup, it stores more energy. So that being the size of your turn or flexibility is different in everyone. And if we can get you from having no flexibility to storing more flexibility or storing more energy because you're more flexible, you can then deliver more power with no more effort, Roy.
Okay.
And how about if we show them that drill?
Sure.
Okay.
You want me to sit on the bench?
Yeah. Now, the first thing we're going to do is now Amy is I'm going to call her hypermobile, and that's not unusual, and that's not an insult, Amy.
Right.
That's typically women are much more flexible than men because of the way we're built. Men have more muscle mass around their joints. Women have less. Women tend to need to strengthen those joint areas to stop from being hurt because of being too flexible, where men, more muscle around the joint area, tend to get tighter. So when we show Amy, it's going to be a little bit different, but this is the idea of the exercise, and it's really what we want to do is just go ahead and have a seat. And the idea of having a seat here, gang, is to stabilize the lower body, because we want to feel like, you know, it's like a jar. We want to keep the bottom or one end resisting the other one so we can get some torque. Now what we're going to do is, Amy, go ahead and just put it against your shoulders.
Just like this?
Yep, and I want you to keep looking at the camera, and I just want you to turn as far as you can to your right. Yeah, that's your right. Okay, so that's about it. So now what we can do is we can say, hey, that's where you're at. So now here's the thing that happens is we're going to do reversed tension. So what we're going to do, Amy, is now you're going to go to that position. And now what I want you to do, and you need a partner for this, and I'll show you how you can do it without a partner. What I want you to do is now is resist my hand, push back on my hand, and you're going to do this for about 15 or 20 seconds. Now with Amy, we're going to do it for about 30 minutes. No, we're about 15 or 20 seconds. And what you're doing is you're getting reverse contraction. Okay? And 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Now go ahead and now go to the right again. And you can see, you clearly see there's about a 10 or 15% increase, relax, 10 or 15% increase in the size rotation. You should do this on both sides, and what that does is it helps you with your flexibility.
Pardon me.
Really? You couldn't walk around the camera? That's wild.
I didn't even see the camera.
Okay.
I was there. Sorry.
That's all right. Wild. So what you're going to do is you're going to do this on both sides because it's going to help you with flexibility on your backswing and your follow through, because you don't want to just have a half finish. So the idea is now you're going to turn to the left, Amy. Good. Now she's going to do the same thing. We'd resist and then she would release, resist and release. And what you're going to do is you're going to do this. You can do it every day. You can't over stretch. So you're going to want to keep doing this. Roy, I'd encourage you to do this. Anybody can do this. This is just one of many things. But the idea is you're going to coil the upper body against the lower body, and that's where you're storing power. Think of it as like you're pulling a rubber band back. And as you pull it back, you're storing power. If you're tight, it's kind of like going like this. You're not storing any energy. You're doing a lot of work, but you're not storing any energy. So that's the idea.
Cool.
You think that'll help?
I think it'll definitely help.
Great. Well, what else, Amy?
That was it for today.
Hey, we're close. We're about 1 week. Actually,
that's right.
Actually, less than a week away from a lot of the golf courses opening. So this will be the last day we're going to be in the park. It's kind of unfortunate, but it's beautiful out here. And hey, if you're not in the area, I want you to think about coming out here and playing some golf. Make a trip out here. Golf is great. Again, think about Desert Willow and PGA West. And come see us. We're on the web. You can catch us on YouTube at Swing Point Media. And where else can they see us, Amy?
Well, hopefully you get on our mailing list. We send out weekly videos, etiquette moment videos. Hopefully you go and sign up for those. Those are at www.swingpointmedia.com.
And then it's just a little fill out on the side, and that's free.
It is free, and there's also a swing tip, a once a month swing tip if you'd like.
Cool. So thanks for joining us. I'm Jeff Harrison.
And I'm Amy Anderson.
For DaGolfShopTV.